Hi, welcome to FedScoop TV. I'm Billy Mitchell. Today I'm here with Bikash Koley, the CTO of Juniper Networks. Bikash, how are you doing today?
Really, really good, Billy. Thank you, and very much for inviting me.
Of course, it's great to chat with you. Today we're here at Juniper Networks' own Government Innovation Forum, and we wanted to talk to you about the broad topics of innovation and digital transformation within the federal government. With that in mind, we want to jump right into this first question, which is, there's been a lot of progress made recently around those two topics: innovation, government, digital transformation, modernization, things like that. What have you seen happen over the past year, and kind of give us a summary of the progress that's been made?
It has been a really impressive transformation.
Yeah.
The thing that really caught my attention is how eager government is in embracing the technologies that are coming from private sector,
Yeah.
As well as things that are being built for public sector. But again, the innovation is happening in the private sector. I see a real effort in building a bridge between Washington, D.C. and Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
DIUX have been doing great work, adopting the new technologies, bringing this as fast as possible to the federal government space, and reaping the benefit that the outside world has been reaping. It has been really impressive. I also see a lot more willingness and eagerness to try new things out.
Sure.
Of course, as a government, some things are paramount. Security has to be there. It has to meet the requirements that the government has. But opening up to what is happening in the Valley and absorbing it as quickly as the government can is a very welcome change. We are a part of that bridge, and at Juniper Networks, we have always worked with government very closely, and we're very excited about how rapidly government is introducing innovation.
Great. What you mentioned, the quickness and the speed with which government can kind of move to bridge that gap. One of the things we've heard a lot about in the past few years is agile development in government's kind of late adoption, perhaps, but growing adoption of it. How important is that government moves to that mode of development, and how can agencies get better at embracing it?
Agile development is one of the ways that the public sector companies can really innovate faster. Mm-hmm. If you look at the model that especially Silicon Valley has adopted, it's not waterfall development anymore, because you want to try and experiment and fail fast and iterate. Sure. And then do something better. It comes with its challenges. You absolutely need to have development infrastructure that allows you to experiment and test and fail. But when you are looking at innovating really fast, when you're trying to adopt cloud, when you're trying to adopt AI and machine learning, it's not really an option or a choice. You have to adopt agile development as the mechanism by which you adopt it, because they are typically not a development where everything is done and is shipped to the customer and then the next development is happening. It's a continuous iteration and
Yep.
continuous improvement.
Sure. You mentioned cybersecurity in the first question and how important it is in all of this. Obviously, you can't have this modernization if you can't keep the information and the data that underlies it secure. So what steps need to be made so that cybersecurity is kind of built into this modernization and digital transformation effort?
Yes, security is absolutely critical to any infrastructure, especially for a government infrastructure. And my view to security is it always has to be defense in depth. Mm-hmm. There are three things that I call them three pillars of security. You need perimeter security to ensure that you are preventing intrusion happening into your infrastructure. There's distributed security, so you ensure that your applications are doing what they're supposed to do, your users are doing what they're supposed to do. And then detection and visibility. It's just not enough to block applications from doing wrong things or users from doing wrong things or intrusions from happening. When that's happening, you need to detect very, very quickly. And this is one of the places where network-wide visibility is going to be absolutely key. The ability to figure out what is going on in the network is going to be absolutely key. Artificial intelligence and machine learning has a large role to play. And a lot of great technologies are coming along. As you may know, Juniper has just acquired a company called Cyford System. for exactly doing one of these things. And of course, we're investing heavily into firewall. So we actually believe very much into software-defined secure infrastructure, software-defined secure network.
Great. And just keeping with that, you mentioned a couple emerging, evolving next-gen technologies right there, AI and machine learning, software-defined networking, things like that. What do you see as the things that agencies need to be paying attention to in the near future?
There's a set of technologies that are coming along that are extremely applicable to government, because anytime you have a large distributed infrastructure, multiple users, multiple organizations that are tenants in that infrastructure, there are some core technologies that become applicable, as it has been with the cloud providers and the cloud operators in the outside world. Hybrid cloud is critically important. Just the ability to have an infrastructure that works for you when you need it, where you need it, which is reliable. That's becoming table stake, but it's not quite there yet. So it really needs to become table stake as time progresses. Visibility. It is probably the most important aspect of building this infrastructure, so where you absolutely want to know how your infrastructure utilization is. Can you gain efficiency out of the way the infrastructure is being utilized? Where users are and what applications they're using. There are a lot of great technologies that are being developed in this space. And I mentioned machine learning. I actually do feel that it's a game changer. It's a game changer where, we're going back to the security conversation that we're having. A lot of security, the new paradigm is you detect it automatically, but you also react. It's not just detection. And the reaction part is where machine learning has a large role to play. How do I figure out that if I acted on this signature that I found from my infrastructure, I'll stop it? Again, this is another area where the industry is investing quite a bit of resource and energy. Some great technologies are coming along, and I feel they have a large role to play in the government.
Great. Well, Bikash, that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Great. Thanks for watching. I'm Billy Mitchell, FedScoop TV. For more on our government innovation, visit us at fedscoop.com. Thanks for watching.